We continue to follow breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ. Antonio Brown re-signs with the world champion Buccaneers. NFL Network reporting $3.1 million could be up to $6.25 and includes a $2 million signing bonus. Antonio Brown came on late for this team that made a run at the postseason and a Super Bowl win over the Kansas City Chiefs. And with more on that, we bring in our insider, Jason La Canfora. Jason, what do you think about this one-year deal with Antonio Brown staying with Tampa Bay?
I mean, I think it's all that was going to materialize for Antonio Brown. I think you have to look at the player. You have to look at his age. You have to look, most importantly, at his off-field actions and antics and things he's done, things he's alleged to have done, things he's said, things he's tweeted. I'm old enough to remember when this guy was looking at $30 million guaranteed and blew it and got into a series of grievances and arbitration cases with various teams in New England, Oakland/Las Vegas. Where was Antonio Brown going if not Tampa? The answer is clear, nowhere. There never was much of a market for him. Tom Brady babysits him. He lived with Tom Brady last year. Tom Brady wanted him around as an insurance policy. And the reality is, you know, he in this offense, as loaded as it is, he's probably the fifth option, especially if they continue to throw more to the running backs, and they seem to be indicating that they will. So it's a luxury item. He stays in the confines of an offense and individuals and leaders who know how to handle him. And he continues his NFL career, but there is, I think if you look at this in its totality, it is fairly pathetic what's become of Antonio Brown and what Antonio Brown has done to Antonio Brown's career.
At one point, one of the premier pass-catching targets in the NFL, and you talked about it could be the fourth or fifth option here for a defending Super Bowl winning team. As we are nearing the NFL draft for the Tampa Bay Bucs, and Jason, like what he's been able to do, bringing back Antonio Brown, but really all the other pieces and key contributors, Jason, what do you think about the job that he's done post-Super Bowl victory ahead of the draft here Thursday night?
Well, I think really it continues to dispel the notion that so many get caught up in cap. Well, okay, but it's a soft cap. And if your owners are willing to spend way over the cap, it becomes an increasingly soft cap. And I think this is a strong indication of that. The New Orleans Saints and some of the things they've been able to do, despite being, you know, at one point $70 million over a soft cap, and even with the cap not growing, if you continue to dangle enough money in front of these guys and you have a winning environment, and you've got a guy like number 12, money talks, and you can get around cap issues if you're willing to. At some point, will some of that bite you? Maybe, but when you got a 43-year-old quarterback who's chasing more history, and you come out of the bye and nobody can beat you, and the adjustment phase is over, and maybe it's all virtual OTAs, but that doesn't matter because Tom Brady's coaching the team basically too, and they will get their work in the spring. Then yeah, ownership should step up and continue to give the Jason Lights of the world the wherewithal to make these moves. Every one of these ownership groups is going to make $3 billion in the next 10 years alone, based just off the ability to broadcast their games on network television and stream them on Amazon or whatever. So, you know, hats off to the Glazers. Not every team does this. Not every team spends cash over cap. Not every GM would be given the budget and the financial wherewithal to do this. So good on the Bucs, and we'll see if they can repeat.
All right, they got the 32 pick there in the first round. Again, trying to run it back there with back-to-back Super Bowls, which hasn't been done in recent history. Tom Brady and the New England Patriots doing that in the early 2000s.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.